former Israeli National Security Advisor and former head of Israel's National Security Council, Eyal Hulata. Thank you very much for joining us. So the Americans want the Israelis to be more surgical in their effort to root out Hamas. Is it possible to be more surgical than Israel is being right now?
Well, arguably it's not. I mean, Israel has been dragged into this conflict. It took 3 weeks to organize the military ground campaign. So it won't be too direct and more sophisticated to meet the intel that we gathered over the first few weeks. And even then, there's quite a lot of damage and unintentional civilian casualties in Gaza. The IDF is about to finish the possibilities of its operation in the north. The leading terrorists of Gaza have moved to the south. They're probably in Khan Yunis or one of the other towns in the south of Gaza. To fulfill the mission of eradicating Hamas from rule of Gaza, we need to go after them also in the south of Gaza. So this is the tension that has been built right now. You mentioned all of the messages from the American high officials, President Biden, Secretary Blinken. This is exactly the balance that the Israeli government now needs to weigh. We need to do more on the humanitarian side so we can buy more operational freedom to do what we need to do. Otherwise, it will end prematurely.
Well, so that's the question. The Israelis have asked all the Gazans to move south, and then to move in on the south kind of feels like you are reneging on the bargain here. Leave for safety, and then, oh, we're going to come after you anyways.
Well, the aim of this is to get the leadership of Hamas. They fled to the south probably a few weeks ago already. The issue is not to move the population around. Israel is not doing this because this is what we want to do, right? We're not in the process of reoccupying the Gaza Strip. We need to create an operational window. Hamas is using the population as human shields. They are hiding underneath those towns, in tunnels, all around those places. We cannot operate when there are so many civilians in there. So how exactly will this play out? How can we move them to be able to work surgically? That's exactly the challenge that IDF is facing.
Let me ask you a question. Americans learned the hard lesson over 20 years in the Middle East that a lot of the campaigns that we spearheaded out there ended up radicalizing more people, not doing the opposite, which was the intention. I said at the top of the show, polling that showed that Gazans were not happy with Hamas, Palestinians in general, but Gazans not happy with Hamas before October 7th. And here's the numbers on this.
Yep.
They didn't like them. They wanted a two-state solution. Is the bombardment of Gaza helping Gazans to a two-state solution, or is it pushing Gazans toward Hamas and pushing and strengthening Hamas politically in the eyes of the Palestinian people?
I think that's an important question, but I think this is not the most crucial question that are at hand. Hamas has been controlling Gaza for
17 years,
right? And they took over.
No elections.
No. Well, they won partially an election.
They won first time,
and then
but not after that.
Right, and then a military coup. They killed all of the PA high officials and took over Hamas, and took over Gaza. And all of the resources that they got did not go to help the population. It went to build those tunnels and create all the rockets.
And
the outcome,
were not happy about
exactly,
it,
and the outcome is that they're not happy about it. This does not help the Gazans to overthrow Hamas from the ruling role of Gaza. I mean, the fact that they don't have the popular support doesn't diminish the power in Gaza, not even a bit. The only way to do this is to remove Hamas from Gaza. If there was a way for Israel to do this without hurting the civilian population, without causing all of this damage...
Are you radicalizing more people, though, by doing that?
I mean, radicalizing... Israel has suffered in October 7th the most brutal day that we ever
100%
suffered.
100% terrible.
How can more radicalized can they be when they do this? The civilians of Gaza participated in this, in raping women, in abducting the kids, in torturing them in there, in torching houses. It's radical enough.
Don't broad brush all of the civilians of Gaza.
I mean, what I'm saying, and I'm definitely not saying it's all of the civilians of Gaza, but it's been radicalized enough. And you're right that the effort of de-radicalization is going to be a cornerstone in the ability to move ahead to any future solution.
How do you do that?
So we need to start by removing Hamas from Gaza. I know this sounds kind of like a cliche and simplistic, but it is true. If Hamas, as long as Hamas controls Gaza, the population cannot get they cannot get the resources. We cannot change, or they cannot change, the education. The business people in Gaza who want to do better cannot. The government that I was National Security Advisor for allowed 15,000 Gazans to come to work into Israel for the first time after many years to start building a middle class level in Gaza. So there will be some kind of hope and future for a better, better jobs, better economic situation, better education for their children. I believe it's possible, but I know that this is not possible as long as Hamas is ruling of Gaza. Israel, for years, were hoping that this could be done while Hamas is there, and we were wrong.
But you can't just have nothing. I mean, what replaces Hamas?
So I think that the Israeli government needs to engage with the Americans and the countries around us, with Egypt and the Gulf countries, talking about the next day strategy after Hamas is removed from Gaza. There will need to be a substantial effort to rebuild Gaza, to introduce more resources into it. There will need to be some kind of civilian governance that can rule and can govern what is there. Israel is not going to reoccupy Gaza and to rule it again. This is not what Israel is aiming. This is not what Israel should aim at. And we will need to deal with all of that. This only complicates the situation at this moment even more, because if the government of Israel is not capable of engaging with this with the Americans, no wonder that we're seeing all of those statements.
Can Benjamin Netanyahu be the leader that does that?
Yeah, well, I'm going to skip that question with your permission.